So great to have you along this afternoon. I'm Susan Casper.
And I'm Rebecca Thomas. Thanks for joining us for ABC 15 Now.
Making a buzz this afternoon, the number of parents who help their children lie in order to join Facebook. The social media site requires users to be at least 13 years old in accordance with federal laws to protect children's online privacy. But according to a new study funded by Microsoft and several universities, more than half of all parents with 12-year-olds knew their kids were signed up for Facebook.
And 1 in 5 parents knew their 10-year-olds used the site. What's worse, 35% of parents said they helped set up their child's account. It's estimated there are about 7 million underage users on Facebook. Many of the parents who took part in this survey said they wanted their kids online early and didn't want to be told how to be a parent.
We know many of you out there have children, so what are your online rules for them? And how do you feel about Facebook's age requirement?
Joining us to discuss this topic and more, host of Arizona Highways Television, Robin Sewell. Thanks for being here.
It's so nice. And do you notice that we all kind of color coordinated?
I love that.
It's the green team.
Well, they say great minds do think alike.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you. I'm happy to be included in that, you know.
It's a great, it is a great color. And you have a 6-year-old.
I do.
Do you let your 6-year-old, obviously it's a little young for social media, but is she
Can
on
I
the
say
computer?
absolutely not? Yes, my daughter is on the computer all the time, and the scary thing is she knows more about the computer than I do. But, you know, I was reading the story, and I have to admit, opinionated or not, I was a little bit appalled. And I was for many reasons. One is because I do not think you should encourage your child to lie. I mean, you know, if it says these are the rules, these are the rules. But the other thing is that you really have to monitor social media. I mean, anybody will tell you that, you know, as a parent, you have to be watching what goes on because there are so many things that go on the internet and you can never erase it. And kids are kids. So, I mean, even adults have to censor themselves somewhat. But, I mean, you know, children sometimes say things, and you all know as parents that it's spontaneous and then you say it and it gets out there and, oh my gosh, I can't get it back.
Well, do you remember when that teenager made that Facebook post? I know if you've watched us for a while now, you know. This kid said, yeah, you know, I'm a gangbanger, I'm part of a gang, and his uncle
tore his butt up. He did. And he put it on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, he did. No, you were not. And you were not going to be posting stuff like
You remember
this.
the other kid who had the birthday party and put the invitation on social media.
And everybody showed up.
Hundreds showed up.
And you know what? And in real seriousness about this, let's talk about bullying. I mean, there are so many situations where kids are being bullied on a lot of these social media networks. Well, imagine having a little kid that age. I mean, it shouldn't happen to anyone at any age. But, you know, at 10 years old, that would be devastating to go to school and be, you know, on the other end of that.
Yeah, as you said before, I mean, even as an adult, you know, you're putting yourself out there. There are privacy concerns and there are dangers involved. And to have a child who is under 13, as young as 9, I believe one of our viewers says that she lets her 9-year-old do it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit scary.
It is a little bit scary. And don't you even want to monitor your kids on the computer anyway?
Right.
I mean, honestly, if I were to let my kid stay on the computer, she'd probably be there all day. I mean, it's up to me. I have to be the one that goes, okay, the egg timer's off the computer.
Right. And they have curious minds. Who knows where they're going to go on the internet? So you really do need to watch them.
On Facebook, so many of you commenting, Socorro Martinez, parents teaching their kids how to lie and break the rules, Robin, this is what you talked about, is not a good thing. They will carry this with them as they get older. Shame on them.
Cindy Hagee Landis says, my girls are 12 and 9 and both have Facebook. She says, though, I monitor their accounts and they are not allowed to accept friend requests without my approval. Apparently they moved from a different state, and she says this is a way for them to keep in touch with their friends.
Adriana Clasera writes, I think they are too young. If you have to lie to get something done, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it.
And Lou D'Amico says, I agree. Anything less than 15 is too young. Too many predators. Parents can and should watch, but may not be around all the time. And yeah, I agree. I think 13 is too young. It's just, again, another distraction as well for them.
Oh, that's a really good point. I mean, as it is, kids are being pulled in so many ways between, you know, their school obligations, all their extracurricular activities, and then they're spending hours on the computer.
Media.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this is just our first buzz topic.